We get down to, I think we had about, maybe 4 to 5 sessions, which were 2 weeks apart. We get down to the last session, which was this particular week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, going into Friday morning. And, again, it was supposed to be addressed by the CIC, which is a group of about 140 people. Well, all of a sudden, that even changed. It's not going to be done by the CIC now. They put a committee together, which I think was already in place for them to do it. And so here we go with the bullshit and the lying and stuff again. But they put together a committee that consisted of maybe about 8 people, I think, maybe it had been a little bit less. Of those 8 people, you had pretty much the different presidents of some certain unions. So you may have had the president of UNAC, you had the president of our union, you had Joe Simos, which was the director in the Kaiser division. You had the president of UNAC, and then you had some presidents of some other unions, and then you had John August, who was over, like the director, that keeps the coalition together and that type of thing. So, again, I'm going to say this. I was told that would be decided on by the coalition, meaning that it would be members involved in that, and it would be Kaiser management. By the time that they really got to it, which I'm sure they put off to the last damn minute to do this shit like they did in the first place on purpose, then all of a sudden, the CIC can't do it. We're going to just add a committee. And then when they did the committee, let's talk about this. There were absolutely no members in the damn room. No. So when you came to the tentative agreements about everything that was said or everything that they came up with, I must tell you this, and this is something that really, really angers me. And not only does it angers me, it makes me suspect of whatever the hell went on in that damn room. And what really, really went on was what was really said is the simple fact that no union took a member in there. Even if you had to take one, no member took a union in there. So in other words, the members, we're not good enough to bargain our own goddamn contract. We're good enough to sit through all that bullshit for 8 weeks of it, of nothing, of a whole bunch of talking back and forth about a whole bunch of subgroups that really was a bunch of bullshit. But then when it came down to the real meat and potatoes and the stuff like that, they totally took out all the members. We couldn't be in the room. We couldn't hear nothing. We don't know what the hell they said. Then all of a sudden, here we go with, okay, this is what we came up with. We were even told at one time that everything was intact. And then a couple of hours later, then they come back saying, well, no, everything wasn't intact. And no, Kaiser said they're going to pull this, they're going to pull this, they're going to pull that and pull this. So you couldn't really tell what the hell was going on and what went on. And I guess what really, 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 truly bothers me also is that people never like to tell what really, really went on in these negotiations. They never like to tell the whole truth about what went on. It's always, okay, this is what we came up with, as if though Kaiser said, okay, we're going to be nice. We're going to give you guys all this stuff, okay, and we're going to keep it moving. Or to say the unions put any pressure on Kaiser to really do it because they really, really, truly didn't. So when you guys hear about a lot of the stuff about the backdoor deals and all of that kind of stuff, that's how come those eyebrows are raised behind stuff like that because of the way that it's being done. But to take you off that just a little bit, in SEIU, I guess they would think that there's nothing wrong with that, the president and the director or whatever negotiating our contract because in the international, that's basically what it says is that they can negotiate our damn contracts without our involvement. It does say that. And to me, that's a concern that every member that's under SEIU right now should have is that the fact that they can go in and bargain our contract and we don't have no say-so. And then they want to make it seem like if they take concessions or if they go along with some shit or it gets rewritten or whatever the case it may be, we as members are supposed to be happy that we got something. That is the biggest bunch of shit I've heard in my life. Now, let me tell you something else that was said with them bargaining in the benefits committee. Let me put this out there. This was said by one of the co-leads of the benefits committee. He specifically said this. He said, Kaiser, they're not hurting their money. They don't have any issues. They're not in the red or anything like that. They felt like that because everybody else in the nation was taking their pension and salaries and everything away from their workers, that they felt like the black sheep of the clan. So they wanted to be in on it the same kind of way because everybody else was doing it. not because they couldn't afford it or anything like that, but only because they felt like they was left out and being jacked up really to their employees. They wanted to be jacked up to their employees, too, is basically what was being said. Now, one of our co-leads sat right there. That didn't come out of my mouth. They came out of one of the co-leads who sat right there and specifically told us that was Kaiser's position, and that's what they said.